Opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New Orleans Saints. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's Rattler. Here's Chris Olave. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Rookie able to add the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here we go. 319, just that.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, what a juke into space. Inside the 10. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now we'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, they hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Makes it second and 10.
The Saints at 500, 7-7 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Gets this one to Hill. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
My man.
Rattler wants to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
33, yellow.
Throwing once more. Here's Rattler. And it's caught. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 104th career touchdown. One shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Saints have taken the lead. A point after. Good by Groupie. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Jets 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 7.
Here we go, son. 19 wins. Here we go. Get high.
Ball again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Fields going to move him around. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he goes out right around the 30.
receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 94 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Don't jump. Ready?
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, Swat. Right.
Running left, it's Hall. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to throw, Fields. He finds Wilson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
What an intelligent play. He found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
A give running right is Hall. Shifts by him at the 25. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here we go, Swat. Go.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Hall again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The running game's playing a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Here's Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Justin Fields, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Full connects on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 52, boom. Chase it, chase it.
From the gun, here's Rattler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
Come on,
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Rattler. They'll get this out to Kamara. Nothing out of that play. And it's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
check, smash. Set.
And Rattler, he'll throw again. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. Give them 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing is Rattler. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Right. Ready.
To the air is Rattler. This one taken in by Olave. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Ready.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
They set up the screen to Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kendre Miller from 10 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? We're cool to do it here in football.
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Fields now to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now it's Fields. And that's caught inside the 30. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, Fields. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard from 17 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. An extra point up and good by Fuller. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown, Saints.
It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Quickly able to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Second and 10.
You got a mini base. Why not? Go.
Out of the gun, Fields. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum.
And it's intercepted in the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, They get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Point after, good by Groupie. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines running for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, Spike. Green 19, can I see that? Right.
To throw is Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Tanner. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Blue 32. Check, huh?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here we go, set. Yeah, hut, hut.
Here's Rattler. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 10, 33, yellow, hut.
Kamara. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Ready, ready. 10 black.
He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 52 blue. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready.
They'll run it with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Here's Blake Groupie now for the Saints field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charlie, see, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Escapes the defender.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off-play action, Fields. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
At the 41-yard line.
Oh, let's go. All right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again is Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
The Jets. 1st down.
Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Go.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And it'll be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Saints take
Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And they'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready?
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Olave holds it in. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it third down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Down. Right. Ready.
Rattler wants to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. There comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Jets will take over
At their own 33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of playing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now he's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That's good for a Jets. First down.
Here's Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he could pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields. It's caught, Smith. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
15 yards. And the Jets. First down.
From the gun, here's Fields. A solid stiff arm. And they'll look at inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Fields now to throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Full connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play call, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Rattler. And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Ready, break.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yellow, 22.
To the air is Rattler. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Jets are right back in this football game. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. 19, cut.
Now it's Fields. This one deep for Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go. Good. 158, 158, cut.
Here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw is Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Saints 45, Jets 28.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a lot on that because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Here we go.
Now Allen. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a look.
1st down, Jets.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Side.
Give to Hall running right. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Second down and 3.
Here we go.
A handoff for Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for New Orleans, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jets, Their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.